Yo, what up? It's Aaron Moses. Just trying to drop some. Why does my facial hair grow back so fast, bro? I'm not really used to this, man. I didn't really look in the mirror like that when I woke up. Anyways, bros, I was watching a video by John Gabbana yesterday, formerly known as Boom Gang, right? And he was explaining the different meanings behind his tattoos. And he, of course, went into abuse that he went through as a child. And that made me think, bro, if none of that would have happened, you wouldn't have such an amazing personality. Unfortunately, that's a lot of our stories. And I do want to say to you guys, bro, a lot of people always say, oh, I wish I grew up with a dad. I wish I grew up with this. I wish I grew up with that. Bro, if you had all of those things, well, some of you guys, a lot of you guys, would not have that same personality that makes you so attractive and unique and beautiful and special. If I had everything that I always needed, I wouldn't be I wouldn't like myself as much as I do right now. I would definitely be a lot more financially whatever in relationship whatever and whatever. But at the same time, I wouldn't think the same way, bro. I wouldn't have the same personality. I wouldn't be doing it. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I'd be doing this. I'm gonna tell you where I would be if I had everything. If I grew up exactly how I thought I wanted to grow up when I was younger. I would be somewhere, probably in Miami, in a condo somewhere in a loft, going to church every day, probably would have some kind of wife that annoyed me a lot, but I would just take it because that's how I was taught and be stressed out and have some kind of like this. I wouldn't, I wouldn't be me, bro. I wouldn't be me. So if you didn't have a father or you didn't have a mom or your mom was on something or she always had new dudes around you in and out the house and partying every week weekend, whatever your story is, if you got abused, if you got used, if you just didn't have much of a childhood or you just had so much and now it got taken away to the point where you're living exactly how you did not grow up. I see that a lot lately. A lot of rich kids, a lot of people are in situations like myself. I wasn't rich growing up, but I grew up in Sandy Springs, Georgia, right? And I live in the total opposite of that type of environment, bro. Total opposite. This the exact environment my parents tried to keep me away from. That's where I ended up, of course, because of everything that happened, the choices I made, right? But I want you guys to understand if you did not have a dad, if you didn't have a mom, if you went through everything you went through, you're supposed to go through it, but it was something for you to learn, and you have to be thankful that that happened. You have to be thankful for the abuse. You have to be thankful for the neglect, and neglect is a form of abuse. You have to be thankful for, sleeping in the same bed with your mom and your little sister for the first 9 years of your life, bro. You got to be thankful for that. Didn't have a room until you moved out and bought your own apartment because that made you something. Because a lot of people never go through anything. And when they become an adult, they become soft. They get addicted to drugs. They go to jail. They get DUIs and get into fights and have codependency issues because they always had people constantly around them cleaning up and always had, we're going to piano classes and karate school or whatever. They get their heart broken. Like that girl, like that dude cheated or he wasn't cheating on her. She found out she was the side and tried to, do what she did. It didn't work. With her kids in the car too. She tried to take her kids with her. You know what I'm talking about? She tried to do that to herself. So it's like I see a lot of people who are like, "Oh, I just broke up with my first girlfriend," and I get it, bro, because I get it. But like, bro, you're about to be however old you're about to be. You don't need to be tricked. If you only went through some real stuff as a child, you wouldn't be tripping off this, bro. And a lot of you guys, even if you can appreciate it how I appreciate it, actually I don't. I haven't found the level of appreciation for everything I went through. I definitely know that people that were not in my life, I'm glad they were not in my life because I don't want to be anything like them. All right. I went to visit some family one day, and we were running into a lot of we were bumping heads a lot. We had a lot of issues. Why? Because one side of the family, they have a whole different culture. It's not a whole different culture, but it's different. And I didn't grow up with them my whole life. I moved to Atlanta when I was 9, right? So a lot of things that they knew and they learned socially or as a family, I didn't know because it was just me and my sister and my mom, and my mom wasn't there 3/4 of the time. So it was me, my sister, and my friends all the time. And my cousin sat me down, and he was like, how do you not know any of this? And I was like, bro, what do you mean? How would I know that? What's up, Nick? Thank you for tuning in. It's still morning time, even if you're in the East Coast. And he was like, man, I wish you would have just grew up with us. And I looked at him like, I'm glad I didn't grow up. I don't want to be like, no, I'm glad I didn't grow up with you guys. None of y'all think for yourselves. All of y'all gang up on people. It's a certain mentality that I like to have, bro. It's called having an individual mind. I'm glad I'm glad I think how I think in comparison to other people. Somebody told me, one of my cousins told me, you're not a real man unless you could buy a Gucci bag or a Louis bag or whatever. I was like, what? Is that how you think? Or just constantly thinking about women or constantly just in a certain state, bro. I'm glad I'd rather be me. That's my mantra for today. I'd rather be me. You see somebody in the Benz, I'd rather be me. I know a lot of people that have a lot more than I do. Friends, family, money, better health. I'd rather be me. I want this. I want this. I want this first. I want what's in here first. I don't want what they had to think in a way that I don't want to think. They had to act in ways I don't want to act. They had to feel things I never want to feel to get to that place, to get to that position. And I can be me today, and I can build myself with what I have so I can be a better me. But I'd rather be me today than them right now or tomorrow. You feel me? So you just got to be thankful that you grew up with that lack or without that lack. Sometimes having too much is lack. Sometimes you being sheltered and always having money and always having meals and always having your utilities on and having a good childhood, sometimes that does take something from you. I've seen it. Nah, but like people are like, bro, I haven't eaten in like 12 hours. It's the longest time. I'm like, 12 hours? Try like 3 days, bro. Hot sauce sandwiches. Hot sauce sandwiches. What are you talking about, bro? Talking about my lights are gonna get cut off. Your lights are gonna get cut off. Yeah. Welcome to my shop. Get it popping. My water's gonna get turned off. Walk to Kroger, get you some gallons of water, make you stronger, bro. Mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Go ahead and get it popping. I know what it is, bro. Everybody always thinks this video is not about me though. But you just gotta be thankful for the little stuff that you had and didn't have, bro. The potholes and the roaches and all of that, bro. And then not being able to wash your clothes and then having to wear the same clothes from last year and they're too little. All of that, bro. And the shoes from like 3 years ago, they don't even fit like that. Gotta be thankful for that, bro. How? Wait a minute. Yeah, that did happen. Yeah. because my feet stopped growing when I was very young because I always had humongous feet. I was wearing a size 12 in like probably like eighth grade or something like that, and they haven't stopped. They stopped growing since then. I think I got like another. No, that's a significant amount. I don't remember, but I know size 12 Tims used to not fit me. Now they do, or Nikes. I don't remember. But anyways, yeah, you gotta be thankful. Not for everything not just for what you have right now. Well, that's important too. Appreciation rules the nation. But you do have to look back at your life and say, you know what? I'm glad I didn't grow up with that father because if he really didn't want to be there, he would have acted like it, and he would have abused me. Maybe he would have let other people abuse me. Maybe whatever. I'm glad I didn't grow up with that mom because she didn't want me. I'm glad I didn't have this because I wouldn't appreciate this so much now. I wouldn't be so comfortable. I wouldn't be able to appreciate this and I would be greedy and end up doing more than I have to. And I would burn myself out and I wouldn't be able to sit down and relax and see what's in front of me. I think that's important too, bro. Because I'm glad. I'm not saying that. I'm glad that, John Gabbana's mom abused him. No, I'm not. I'm not glad. But the energy he had behind it, yeah, I get it. But when I see certain things, I'm just like, bro, I'm glad those things happened because I wouldn't be the same type of person and I would be exactly who I don't want to be. A freaking douche. All right. I'm kind of a douche right now, but yeah, not on that level. Not a super douche. Look at my facial hair. I think it's the light, bro. Cause I don't know. Cause I just literally cut my face up like 2 days ago, bro. But maybe my hormones are shifting. I'm growing or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's it, guys. I just wanted to give you that little piece of information this morning. I am gonna be dropping another meditation track for you guys in about 30 more minutes because I love doing this and I love you guys. Anybody who knows how to draw, hit me up. It's gonna be for my project called Honey Tongues. It's gonna be 7 more meditation songs. It's gonna be for safety, for all of the root. I mean, all of the chakras, abundance, and then I don't know if I want to tell you guys exactly what's going on, but it is what it is. All right, is that where I have to look to make it look like I'm looking at the camera instead of in the camera? Look at my peripheral vision. I gotta look at my where my green hat is. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm gonna fix it. I gotta remix it down because you can hear like all the you can hear something in the back. The mouse. Oh, I don't even want to say it because like if you didn't notice it, then I don't need to tell you. What's up, man? I gotta slide up out of here though, man. I gotta get ready for slaves. I really don't want to go to work today, but that's what happens when you don't go to college, man. That's what happens when you don't listen to your mom, man. And you gotta be sad when you go to work and smoke stuff and meditate and just yeah. So if you're legit watching this, listen to your mom. You don't have to go to college, but at least educate yourself. At least read like 3 books a month or something like that about business and education, psychology, and consumer psychology and marketing. If you don't want to go to college, learn those 3 things or 4 things, and you can pretty much do whatever you want. You feel me? What do I think about Lord Jamar saying that Black Lives Matter is not an organic movement? It's not. It was created by the LGBT community. Like there was black people involved, but um their lifestyle is not exactly representative of the black community, if you know what I'm saying. I'm not saying I am against anything or anybody's lifestyle, whether they be traditional or alternative, but they don't represent us. We don't represent them. But Black Lives Matter, saying the phrase Black Lives Matter, of course, yeah. At the end of the day, yes. But Black Lives Matter as an organization, as an institution, I don't. No, it's not. It's not organically us because it's not represented by all four corners of the black community. It's represented by a culture that the black community as a whole, I'm not saying me personally, the black community as a whole does not accept and is not so open minded to alternative lifestyles. I don't even know if I should even call it that anymore, but it is what it is. You know how they like to change stuff and PC stuff up. So I don't know when I'm like, I was gonna say exactly what I was thinking, but I'm not there yet. My clout level's not there yet, but soon, soon. Let me get like another come back in a year, and it's gonna be a whole different, whole different ball game, man. I'm trying to stimulate that algorithm, man. I'm trying to stimulate that algorithm so I can get all the money, not a little. I want the all of it. All right, but yeah, man. Make sure you sub, like, share, comment, subscribe, man. Share these, slide these videos in people's DMs. Um, yeah, let me finish up right here, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. All right, it's Aaron Moses. I'm the bang, you the bang, we the bang together, man. Life is in the breath. Breathing in. Peace.